Good morning.
Welcome to this conversation. Ganduje, APC chairman, has advised Igbos to join the party so that they will escape marginalization. That is, they will not be marginalized anymore in the country. Let's get a reaction.
That's a very unfortunate statement by a party chief. Even him himself, we saw how Ganduje himself. If not that Nigeria is now, I said yesterday, Nigeria is like a comedy nation. In a normal country, Ganduje should not be working free. A man that was caught, we saw the videos, putting dollars in his babariga as a sitting governor. We saw the videos, but in Nigeria, the court said the video was edited, something like that, and now he's working free to the extent he became a party chairman. What do you expect from such a political party? Now, that statement is very unfortunate. You don't need to join the ruling party for you to enjoy the dividends of democracy, for you to feel included. I've always said this fact, and I keep saying it. John 8 verse 32. Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Since 1966, you've seen how these people they be marginalized. Now, 1999, the PDP government, at least they tried. They gave them some appointment based on merit. But since the beginning of this APC, you've seen how deliberately they've excluded the Southeast from the scheme of this country. Again, let me say it, and I've been saying it. Nigeria is standing on a tripod like a keke napep, three tires. The Hausas, Yorubas, and Igbos. You can say Hausa Fulani, and that is how they coined Wazobia, three major tribes. But one major tribe is being excluded intentionally by it's not by mistake, by the Fulanis and the Yorubas. It was a deliberate plan. And let me tell you this today. It seems, and it is becoming obvious, the Yorubas are the problem of Nigeria. How? In 1999, even when Yorubas rejected their own song for another Yoruba song, because I say it, Igbo's presidency can be made feasible. But the reason why we are not seeing it is because of the alignment of the Yorubas and the Fulanis, Hausa Fulani people. When they wanted to compensate Yorubas for the death of FK Abiola, they made sure that two Yoruba people they contend for the seat of the president in 1999. Olufalaye of AD, Obasanjo of PDP. Now the people they voted for Obasanjo. 2003 again, they voted for another Yoruba man, even when they had their own Igbo candidate. That's why I said they are not tribalistic like that. But when everything was going well for this country, when things was going well, the Yorubas, when I say Yoruba, I mean the Yoruba elite, they colluded with the Fulani people to throw away Goodluck Jonathan. And this is the problem. This is why I say Yorubas are the problem. Even though I'm a Yoruba person. Now, Jonathan removed fuel subsidy when the economy was stable, when things was moving well, when we can cope at that time. You saw how my people went to Ojota. You saw how pastor, you saw how a professor, they led the campaign against Goodluck Jonathan. You saw how they carried coffin of Goodluck Jonathan. They said this Jonathan is dead. So how many things they said against the man? You will know that this is sponsored. It was not an ordinary protest. It was sponsored. People were fed. Musicians came at Ojota. I thank God I've always stood at the right side of history. I never for once, never been part of that nonsense. I didn't go to Ojota. Why would I go there? All I saw that this is a deliberate plan to frustrate the man. And the man was a very peace-loving person. What did he do? Okay, I don't have trouble. He brought back the first subsidy. They left. In 2014 again, Buhari's bloc of the CPC, Tinubu ACN, they they colluded again to remove Jonathan with all forms of propaganda. Jonathan this Ogogoro is not capable, he's a wicked person, and all the likes. And some people they bought into it, even though I stood again on the side. I said no, let this man continue. Even from 2011 when I supported Jonathan after the first election, after Yar'Adua died, 2009, 2010, I supported him again. You see, when people call you names that have been hearing, you don't get annoyed. Since 2011, I've been called Omale at different times. Omale means a bastard. But I said, let this man, because some people they voted for Buhari, CPC, and Nuhu Ribadu of ACN. I said no. I voted for Gloria in 2011. So I've been consistent in doing this same thing over and over again. And that 2015, I was campaigning. I said, if somebody came to meet you and say, listen to me, you are a pilot, you say yes. Are you capable of operating this aeroplane and you want to travel out? Then you say no. Okay, your certificate. Then you say no. What do you have to say? I have integrity. I said, will you board that plane? You say no. Yeah, why will you go for somebody that have only integrity and does not have the required skills to manage the country? Number two, I said, if you want to go on a public bus, interstate travel, you ask the driver, are you capable of driving? He say no. Are you experienced? Do you have certificate? He say no. The person say I have only integrity. I said, will you board that bus? He say no. Why will you vote for somebody that says I have only integrity? He say no. I'm voting because of Oshibanjo. That Buhari will manage security, Oshibanjo will manage economy. I said Igbo girls was a plan. It was another Nollywood movie. I've been saying the same thing. They say no. Igbo, who was the governor of Borno State doing Igbo girls? Is this same vice president now, Shetima? These are the problems. They drove out this man, Jonathan, and he was a very peaceful man. He said, I will not sacrifice the life of a human being for my ambition. My ambition is not worth the life of a human being. That's why he even let the other chairman to be from the north, Atayu Jega. The man, because of what his boss, then Yar'Adua, when Yar'Adua became president in 2007, Yar'Adua said, this election that brought me in was not free and fair. I love Yar'Adua. He was the real man of integrity. Because Yar'Adua as a president then, even as a governor, he declared his assets. He was the first ever governor to do that. As a president, he declares assets. First Nigeria to declare assets. Even our Buhari that claimed to be man of integrity did not declare assets. Jonathan said, I will continue where what the electoral reforms of Yar'Adua. Jonathan brought in card reader. Even against his re-election, he brought in beavers to make election free and fair. And he saw how voting in the north, even in the Kano, yet children came to vote. The man could have said no, but for the sake of peace, Niger militant then they were ready for anything. Even then, the agitators they were ready, but the man said no. I love peace. My country first. The man considered defeat. I saw my people were dancing here, and I told them, you will see the repercussion of this election. Buhari came in. We saw how a prominent pastor in Nigeria, he protested against Jonathan, a Yoruba man here. We saw how a professor, he said, Jonathan is in Nebuchadnezzar. He called Jonathan's wife a hippopotamus. The same pastor and professor now they are in this country. They have kept quiet. They cannot say anything. That's why I said that Yorubas are the problem of Nigeria as we are seeing today.
When you say Yoruba, you say the Yoruba politicians.
Yes, no, I'm going there. Am I a problem? No, you have to say because when an Igbo man is angry, a Calabar is angry, say Yorubas are the problem. This is what they mean. Now, when Tinubu on the first day of his inauguration said, "So something is gone. Nigeria is a problem to today." Did they go to get out to protest? The pastor is alive. The professor that protested is alive. He kept quiet because Tinubu is a Yoruba man. That is why they say Yorubas are the problem of this country. But is it an average Yoruba man like me, no. That are I selling pepper, no. That are suffering. They are the politicians. But the reason why is because they are using some people because of what they are giving them. Even here, some people come here to talk and people know them just to defend this government. Okay, let me tell you to imagine something. Imagine that this present hardship, this insecurity that we are facing, if the president was to be an Igbo man, or even it was Bulo Jonathan, what would you think would be happening today? In civil society, they will come out. The so-called activists, I don't call them activists, I call them activists. They are working for money because activism without a job is equal to uselessness. It's equal to being a tool in the hands of politicians. You understand? Now everybody is keeping quiet in the midst of poverty and hunger because the president is from your tribe. These are the problems. Some of us are talking, we know our rights, some of us we know ourselves. Even here in Lagos, you saw how Peter Obi won the election. Even in Alimosho, that was the strong hold of the APC. So how Peter Obi won. It means that Yoruba people, they voted for him. But there are few people that the leaders. Now, even the former governor of Ekiti State said 2012 fuel subsidy protest, we need to play politics. The man made that statement. Yes, he said that this protest against Jonathan was to play politics, that they knew that the man was doing the right thing. Can you see the problem? They are the problem of this country. So now everybody is keeping quiet, even in the midst of poverty, in the midst of hunger. Some people there, they are still defending this government, and they know if you ask them, they only say that this government is a very useless government, but they will defend it because it's from my tribe. I told you, I was campaigning for Peter Obi. I was in the bus in 2022 when I was campaigning. I said this time around, the same way I preach the gospel of Christ, I was preaching Peter Obi everywhere. I said, vote for competency, character, commitment, and capacity forces. The man, it was like 70, it attacked me. He said, how will you say vote for competency? I said, competency is not the name of anybody, it's a character. The man said, I know momentos, I know who you are talking about. You are talking about that Igbo man. I said, if the Igbo man has competency, vote for him. He said, no. That I would rather die and suffer under Tinubu than to enjoy under Peter Obi. Look at the 70-year-old man making that statement. This is the problem. You saw how many I don't want to mention here. You come today and be blaming the Igbos where they have not been president before. The reason why they removed Jonathan was because they felt that it was an Igbo man, which I was trying to say no. It's from the Niger Delta. And by the way, I've been saying it. If your name is Obemudia or Samudia from Benin, if your name is Genekewe Ejiro Mudiaga from Delta State, you are an Igbo. A Yoruba man, not all of us, they see you as an Igbo person. Education without exposure is equal to ignorance. Education without wisdom is a waste of time and resources. So I am saying it today. That's the reason why you see some of them. They were happy that they were bombing Oklahoma in Niger Delta was because they felt it was an Igbo. I said no. You don't know because you don't travel. You don't know many things. They are Niger Delta. They are majorly Yorubas and Ijos, but they were happy. I saw my people happy that now I don't support the killing of the soldiers. I don't support bad things, but they are not killing innocent people back, and you are happy about it because you feel they are Igbos. These are the problem in this country we are facing. The hypocrisy of blaming our country problem on a tribe that has never become, because now somebody said all Nigerians are the same, and I said no. Do you know why? Yoruba has been president. Obasanjo, Fulani, Yar'Adua, and Buhari. Niger Delta, South, Jonathan. Until I think I become, and I see what they can do, then I will say, yeah. And one thing is this: I know the Igbo because I know them more than even some of them. An Igbo person will not see somebody like Oshibanjo as a Yoruba man, and they bring somebody like Uzodinma or Okorocha or even Ojizo Kalu and vote for Ojizo Kalu. I know them. They don't vote necessarily on sentiment. They vote for character. I saw how they were happy in Oyo State when Seyi Makinde was winning the election. They were singing Seyi one name, Seyi one name. I heard. So until The youth which I'm fighting for come together and say no to tribalism. Our leaders, you have failed us. These people are not our problem. They are here for business. They are here to develop our place. They are everywhere. In Alaska, that there is snow. Even some people that are indigenous of Alaska, they ran away. A woman was driving a car in Alaska, in Nigeria. She's an Igbo person. I'm everywhere. So anywhere you go, you don't see them doing business. You run from there. But they go to inside Sokoto, they are there. Go to inside Ifo, they are there. Go to inside Nasarawa, they are there. You understand? So until there is justice, now, yesterday, S-men again killed 6 farmers in Nasarawa state. Yes, quiet. Yesterday, they invited Shegumi. Invited, but you are calling Simon Ekpa a terrorist from the southeast. One country, 2 different laws. Until Yoruba elders stand up and say, no, enough is enough.
Are you talking about the Afenifere?
Now, even Afenifere too, they've been divided into 2. Like my leader, Baba Ayo Adebanjo, the man stood for Peter Obi. I love him. He stood. They were pressured. He said no. For even justice, equity, and fairness, it is supposed to be the turn of the Igbo people. Number 1. Number 2, we are not talking about capacity, competence, character, and commitment, which are the forces. The man has it. The man stood. As some of us stood, no matter the threat and the insult. It's not how I was insulted. I was threatened in this place. After this election, they don't want to see me here. Somebody says it's going to cut my leg. But thank God, when the same person saw me, he apologized and said, Mogoba Loshimari, do you know this how it's going to be? Do you understand? And we are seeing. Nobody can look at anybody and say, you're a bastard. No more bastard. We are all facing the same thing in this country. Whether you're a Yoruba, an Igbo, a Calabar, Hausa, does not matter your tribe. You are facing the same problem in this country. You understand? So these are the problem. Even Afenifere has been divided into 2. According to them, said Adebayo is no longer the leader, but it's my own leader. When you say the truth and stand on the truth, you are my leader. Do you understand what I'm saying? So until our elders, our preachers come back, no, not even all of them. Some of them are, we know some of them. Some of them are standing on the right. We saw Ambassador who stood for Peter Obi. Said no, this man is who he is. But look at it. Look at the depression. Look at hunger. Look at frustration. Look at even job losses. How companies are leaving Nigeria every day.
How can we bring an end to this thing created by the politicians, especially from the southwest, and their minions?
You see, I've always said education without exposure is ignorance. Let them, majority of them, let them live. And maybe one of the reasons why the Igbos are left tribalistic is because they have left their place to go to other places and they've seen, okay, this is how life is. So let us too, and my people, leave the southwest. Boy, I told you about one guy when we were doing apprenticeship. When there was a job in Delta State, they went. I didn't go. I was feeling sick then. They did the job. Coming back home, the guy said, "No, I'm not coming back. Let me start doing something." Then the guy, as I'm talking now, is in Delta State. He's working now. Now he now owns the shop. He has married. You know that Delta Igbos now. He has married a person. I'm talking about Delta North, that Nyoma side. He has married an Igbo person there. Can that person now, can you tell him about tribalism? Because he has seen different sides. So when you travel and leave your place, because another form of education is exposure. When you have traveled, when you have now met different people, then you can think. But if you are living in a bubble, you think that life revolves around your environment. You don't know nothing. They can lie to you. They lied to me. I discovered the truth when they said Igbo people are eating flesh of human being. They always doing blood money. But when I saw myself, I said, irony, this is a lie. So when they travel, they go places. Okay, this is how life is. This is how things are supposed to be. So that is the problem. And number 2, sacrifice. They should stop taking food from these politicians. I said, every election, majority of the food that the politicians share to people, they have been hypnotized. When you eat that food, your sense and wisdom vanishes. You don't know what you are saying. There are some people that you give them 5,000 naira today, they can't think like a human being anymore. This is the problem. So they should stop sarcophagy. Jesus said, man shall not live by bread alone. You can't be eating and eating like a fool, like a gullible person. If they bring food, say no. This time around, I am voting for the right person. They give you money, say no. This time around, let me even use my thought mind to vote. I'm not voting based on tribe again and religion. I want to vote for a competent person that will make my life better. If you're in Abia State, no matter your tribe or your religion, in that national country where there is light, you are going to enjoy light. If you're in Nigeria, you are buying rice 8,000 naira per bag. Your minimum wage is 18,000. Your minimum wage can buy 2 bags of rice in the exchange. This government, minimum wage 30,000, bag almost 80,000. Your minimum wage cannot buy a bag of rice. So you are even suffering, no matter where you come from. Until the people say no, my people say no. This food you are giving us, enough is enough. Politicians don't divide us. In the market, in the bus garage, in the church and everywhere, we are meeting these people. We are doing business together. We are praying together. Why then, anytime election comes, you try to divide us? Enough is enough. The Yoruba leaders should come and say, no, this time around, we are standing on truth and justice. Anything else from that, they will still be calling the Yoruba people the problem of Nigeria, which majority of us are not. All the politicians, majority of them are guilty of it, unless they change their mind.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless.